This is my review of My Hero Academia, Chapter 250, Ending, which is apparently the name of this villain who's like super obsessed with Endeavor for some reason. He describes him as a fierce solar flare that shines bright. Yes, that's what a solar flare does. It shines bright. So, yeah, he is like obsessed with Endeavor and he wanted to become exactly like him, but as a villain instead of a hero, which a lot weird about that. And then 7 years ago, he was arrested by Endeavor, which just really makes me question this whole world's prison system. Because according to Endeavor, he was a violent offender, and he only went to jail for 7 years, which is weird. I feel like supervillains should be in jail for longer than that, especially if they're as absolute batshit crazy as this guy is. And he even named himself after Endeavor, and his plan was to become like him, but as a villain somehow. But apparently he couldn't do that because he had nothing to protect. So now his big plan is he's going to murder Natsu and then going to make Endeavor kill him. Okay, that's a plan, I guess. I mean, his whole philosophy is the only choice we all enjoy equally is how to close the curtain on our lives, which that does not feel like a thing that's actually true for most of humanity. But, I mean, pretty sure suicide's illegal. Assisted suicide's definitely illegal in most places. And people on death row can't really, are on suicide watch to prevent them killing themselves because they need to be killed the proper way. This is a very long conversation that I don't feel like getting into. Anyway, moving on. Actually, before I move on, I just realized something. It looks like he injected himself with something here. I think this is a quirk enhancer he has. Because you see like a little and then he like puts something up to his neck. Could it be he's enhancing his quirk to make him more powerful than he was before? That'd be interesting. I'm pretty sure the whole Mafia family were the ones making the quirk enhancers, so I guess there are other places you can get them, but that'd definitely be an interesting way to introduce a new plot point. Anyway, so next, moving on, I actually got a lot wrong last chapter. Apologize for that. I assume that Toyu's death was what, caused his mother to throw boiling hot water in his face, what caused his father to push him so hard. But as it turns out, that happened after his mother was sent away. And it made her condition so much worse that even Shoto couldn't visit her, which I found surprising. I assumed Shoto just never visited her after the accident, but I guess he did, which makes their reunion really weird because it's like she was like apologizing first time after seeing him, but I guess not. I don't know. That just feels a little weird to me. Also, very interesting line. Natsu believes that father killed Toya, which interesting. I've debated the exact. I spent a lot of last video debating the exact cause of his death. I assume like he pushed himself too hard or in training, and then big explosion, and then he faked his death. Then like he never came out, so they assumed he died. I mean, it could have been also just faked his suicide, and that's why he blames their father for pushing him so hard that he finally just gave up and killed himself more or less. Anyway, then Endeavor decides to bring the kids back to school, which I guess the week-long internship's over, but apparently they're still going back on the weekends and 2 days a week. So it's continuing while they're in school, I guess. Didn't realize it was that intense, that long. And this is a serious time commitment. That's why, it was so hard to find people who were willing to take them. And this is just a very weird line right here. Everyone is, saying goodbye, and Bako is like, give me that mopu tofu recipe. I'm like, seriously? Do you cook? Ever? I can't... wait, that's right, it is cook. I forgot about that. Back in the camp, the training camp they were at, Bako was in charge of part of the cooking for it. Okay, so maybe he is a chef. Be a definitely interesting and different career choice for him, but that'd be funny as all hell. Endeavor does a really sweet goodbye to his daughter. Thanks. He's thanking her for this whole meal, even though it was awkward and crazy and ridiculous. It also, brought his family together for the first time in a long time, and he enjoyed it. And then she goes up and thanks Deku for being Shoto's friend, which is such a cute, adorable moment I just love. And then we meet Endeavor's driver, who shares a disturbing similarity to Ida when he was dressed up when they were going after All For One. I mean, remember when he looked like this? Now look at the driver. Now look at Ida. It's weird how much. Maybe this is like a. They're both based off the same thing. I'm just not getting the reference, but that just feels really weird to me, honestly. Anyway, then Ending shows up and he has Natsu at Bandage Steel Point something. So yeah, that's pretty freaking terrifying. And you just gotta love Endeavor's reaction speed. Literally, while the car is still slowing down, he burst out full hero uniform and is ready to go take out Ending. I'm also a little impressed that he actually remembers Ending. And maybe it's just because, he based his name off Endeavor. Like, that's the reason he recognized him. But I mean, you take out, like, multiple villains a day. I'm kind of doubting you can remember, like, all of them. Anyway, then the whole thing is, you have to kill me after I kill your son, because that's how I want to die, for some reason, because I'm insane. So, yay. I'm really not sure what's going to happen at this point. I can see it going two ways. Either Endeavor's going to save his son's going to, forgive him a little bit, and they're going to move on, get a little closer. Or this is finally the moment where the trio of idiots managed to outpace Endeavor, do something he couldn't, stop a villain he couldn't, and that's when he'll finally say, he respects their skill or whatever. Maybe the driver will even respect him a little bit too, but hard to say. I definitely think, he's going to end up being, like, selfless somehow in this next chapter, and that's going to get Natsu to forgive him a little bit. I feel like that kind of has to happen. Of course, he go, like, full on, like, and just go rage mode, try to murder Ending, and Natsu's like, Dad, you almost killed me. Well, I didn't, so say thank you. I don't know, that'd be weird, but let me think down below. Is Endeavor going to save him, or is it going to be the trio? I think it'd be an interesting moment if this is when Deku, finally got a good use of his whip power and managed to use it to save the day somehow. But yeah, let me think down below. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and until then,
peace.